So to everyone that is here, thank you. Immediately you enter, just go and drop the screenshot of your attendance. In fact, there will still be a proper attendance system. Please, if you can hear me, just signify. And if you got the materials for this class too, signify. Those materials are very, very important. That is what we are going to be using to learn today. They are very, 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 very important. I'm going to be like I said, I told everyone that you see this class, we are going to be doing this season. It will be more of practical class, things that we can apply in real time and not just me explaining. It's going to be full time practical classes. So that is why prior to this class, I already sent you every material you'll be needing for this class. So if you didn't get it, it's on the official group of the class. So, as much as we are teaching theory. In fact, we're not just teaching theory as well, we're teaching also practical class. So I just want to, it's an open room. We have 1 hour for this class. So I want it to be a full interactive section class. So, we have like few people here. How was the 1 week break we gave? Did you feel tired to continue the course, or like you felt more motivated to complete the course, basically? So it's an open mic. You can open your mind and speak. Yeah, open your mind and speak. How was the break for every one of us? Did we enjoy the break, or you could have not just done the break at all? Nobody is speaking. Okay.
For me, I think I needed the break from my end. It was helpful. I was able
So,
to like go back to some stuff that I missed, like the life classes that I missed,
so
and yeah, it was quite refreshing. So even though I've not even finished up with, I've been trying to finish up my classes, my virtual classes yesterday, but the network is currently against me. But I think the break
is it like
was
giving you like network? Is it network issue or technical issue in between? So I'll just
no,
clarify.
I think it is actually network issue because it's the same on my phone as well, so it's network.
Okay. So virtual classes are very, very important. In fact, we'll just do an update that will just make it possible for students to be able to download their virtual class and just view it anytime they can view it. But thanks for the feedback. Any other person wants to um
Sorry, since it is an open time now. So I
yeah,
was trying to speak with Kemi last week about the plane pressure, what's it called, the assignment.
yeah,
So I did it with my partner, right? She's not on the call, but we did not get the SP points at the end after we
okay. So
submitted.
yeah,
I don't know.
that's because we have not graded anybody yet. We're still expecting every other person to submit.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and we want
Then
to do
you know,
another, like, if you see we have like a plan. Like we sent a plan. We want our ours on our own, and our progress should be trackable, and on your own end too, you should be accountable and trackable too. So that's why if you look at we sent a website, I think a page. How many of you check through the page? You see what you have on Monday, see what you have on Tuesday, see what you have to do on Wednesday, see what you have to do on Thursday, see what you have to do on
yeah,
Friday, and
I
so forth.
saw that, but I think for me, I don't know, because I viewed it on my phone and it was quite overwhelming for me because I'm seeing data cleaning, I'm seeing dashboard, and I'm like, have we gotten to
Yeah.
dashboard? Just started
Okay, like
creating
I
that.
said, so it's this level will be a bit overwhelming. But one good thing about it is that there's always pre-recording of it. So at any point you missed any task, I can always go back to it. Well, like I spoke to Mr. Dwight, and we a little bit like we fell back in time. We didn't complete some certain stuff we were supposed to complete in level one. So that's why sometimes we are going to be rushing things a little bit now. Some days you have both virtual classes and both live class. So it's just I know if we are going to like we don't want to just push out people that don't know what they are doing out there. We want to push out professionals basically. So that's why it's going to be a bit rushy, but full of activities so that you can, stay engaged and stay in sync with the courses. So that's why we are sending you beforehand. Like every Saturday and Sunday, we will send that document beforehand so that you can plan your goals to sync with the schedule for that week. You get so it will be easier for you and easier for everyone.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So today's class is going to be an interesting class. It's something very very crucial and important. Um, it's a professional class. I mean, we all know that we always have professional class every day. So, like I said, I reminded us that this career class for this session or this season would be practicals. So, how many of us received I mean, there's a slide, there's one part of the slide for this class today, and there's also a template that you can use. And the template is for those that are just entering the data analysis market, that want to enter the data analysis market. And you'll be learning like key terms and key technologies that we use in data analysis. I had to like sit down, although we were supposed to have someone that was supposed to take this session today, but I mean, I had a personal because she said she was not going to be available like this time, so I had to like have a personal. She gave me a personal coaching, and she said I should greet everyone. So she gave me a personal coaching, and that is her slide and that's her template. So basically, she just said I should take the course. She already fed me with value, and me personally, I'm definitely going to apply that value to my own work sphere. Yeah. So today, who can tell me like what we are? I mean, you have been seeing the flyers. Like, you dropped the flyer since morning. So who can like just give me a glimpse of what we are facing today, of what we are doing today? Anybody? And by now, I
Mm,
believe everyone already has a template of. If you don't have the template that we sent on the group, on the official level two group, so if you are not in level two group yet, you won't have that update. If you don't have it yet, you can just indicate. Basically, you can indicate. Okay, I believe everyone has the document. So, what is the topic for today? What is the? I mean, we had a flyer. We had a whole flyer dedicated to this class.
yeah.
So, what is the
Um,
topic?
the topic is CV and resume and cover letter templates for data analysts.
Okay, thank you. And let's have it in mind that I mean, the the perception is that we are beginners. Like everyone here is a beginner and just going to the market. So I'm not giving you something that someone with 5 years. I'm not giving you someone with 5 years professional resume as a beginner just entering you know the business market. So before like going into like I said, I have my slides here. I have my slide, and this is more like a structured engineering class, basically, because there are many factors that actually play to people not actually getting a job because of their resume. The resume can either make you get a job or not get a job. And even in this modern day that we have, most of the resume they don't really go through real human beings. They go through AI. I don't know how many people know about ATS system. They go through AI, and this AI has some specific keywords that it's looking for. And if your resume doesn't hit the benchmark, you you might not even get to like the HR or get to like any point. They'll just like delete it immediately. Thousands of resume and thousands get deleted. I mean, people like for a job. We in yesterday's event that we had, one of our speaker was is an agent. He owns an agency, and he has seen applications before, even for a small job, just to do a little job, thousands of applicants actually apply for that job. And the system, the way the work market, the job market or business market is built, is that the system looks for how you can actually pitch yourself. And there are many keywords to pitching yourself in the job market, especially in tech generally. There are many keywords, there are many factors that people look out for. And that is what I'm going to be teaching you today. I'm going to be teaching you as a someone that is going to be going to the job market very soon. Because see, we are teaching you the major thing. If you know SQL, Power BI is one thing again. Power BI is another level, on another level. They will have an advanced class after this class where you can teach you Python and all that data driven courses under that. But before I go into, like, I don't want to be like too grammatic so that we don't get lost in between. I want us to relate. It should be an interactive session. Let's relate. So, anybody here, what is a CV? What do you understand as a CV from a professional standpoint? What is a CV? What do you think a CV is? And what is the job of a CV? I need someone. Yes. Anybody. You can like it's an open class. I don't need to. You don't need to raise up your hand. I don't like. You can even put it in the chat. If you can speak out. So let me open my chat. The answer I can see that's not coming in. So honest opinion, what is a CV? I know many of us here have sent CV out once. Application for a job, application for a leadership position, and they will say, bring your CV, bring your CV. What is a CV? What is the specific job of a CV? Anybody, just give me from your own point of view, your own opinion. You can chat, you can put it in the chat box. Or I
Okay.
should just probably just
From my own point of
okay.
oh sorry.
No, but at least I'm listening.
Okay. From my own point of view, a CV is a document that entails your professional experience, education, that just introduce everything. Let's say like your professional experience, everything that you know, like that you can offer regarding job. I mean, that's like basic. That's not the exact meaning, but that's just like what it is to me.
Okay, good. Thank you. I really appreciate you for that. So, like, that's like actually a more professional definition for it, actually. But me, I'm not, like I said, I'm going to explain the way you can understand. It's like when you go to ChatGPT and say, explain to me like a 10 years old as a 20 years old. I think people actually understand that. I was telling front end students yesterday that one of the reasons why we built Level 3 was that people always like when you have like probably an exam or like you have a test, you go to ChatGPT and carry all your material and give it to ChatGPT and text. Tell ChatGPT, explain to me like a 5 years old, explain to me like a 10 years old, and you on your end you might be 30 years old, 50 years old. And the whole point is just to understand, right? Just to understand. And so, I mean, let's give a round of applause for Miss Rosari. Like, she really tried. A round of applause. Please let's give a round of applause for her. I can't see anybody. I can't see stickers. I mean, yeah. So basically, basically, a CV, a CV is basically a document. And what that document does is it actually does like two things. It does two things basically. And those two things that it sells, number one, it sells, it's a seller. It's not if it's selling you out, but it's something that sells you. It's like your pitch deck as a professional or as someone that just learned a course and you're applying for a job. You get. So it sells two things. Number one, your skill and your experience. Because one thing that people would pay for, or one thing that people would pay you for in this whole tech field is your skill and your experience. I don't know if I've told the story before, but I've had people that in school they studied probably physics and elect, yeah, physics and elect, and eventually he became a UI UX designer. Now he didn't become a UI UX designer because he became a UI UX designer and got a job in Flutterwave. Now he didn't get a job in Flutterwave because he studied physics in school. No, he got the job because he has a skill and he has an experience. So what people pay for in tech is not how much you know. It's definitely not how much you know. It's how well you can do the job. It is your skill and your experience. Your skill and your experience. I hope we're taking notes. I hope we have our document ready because we are going to be writing our own CV and constructing our own CV right here. As you can see here, I have my template already here for everyone. I have templates. You can open your template too and edit it from your own end, but there's already a template for you to use, and you can continue. Like you can continuously update the template. You can continuously update the template. And some of us, you have CVs that would reach like let me say 5, 10 pages, only CV. you have like 10 pages and you are just probably a fresh grad, you're having like CV of like 30 page. Eh? Uh, let me bust our bubbles. Like it takes like on based on statistics and based on research, it takes 60 seconds for an employer to scan your CV. That's where that's 6 seconds. I'm not 60 seconds here, 6 seconds to just check through your CV. Now imagine I'm an employer and I want to employ you. That's 6 seconds. Within that 6 seconds, this is that time I'll now start checking 2 pages or 3 pages. No, it's not possible. That's why they even created an AI that basically do these things for them, like research for them, basically. So how many of us have heard about ATS system? If you know about ATS system in the house, wave your hand. Yeah, I think so. So Mr. Ologun, please can you just briefly explain what you understand by ATS system? Let's cheer Mr. Ologun up, like let's clap for him. Clap, 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 clap.
I'm just mad though.
Oh, sorry, ma. Sorry, ma. I didn't see the first name actually when it popped up.
Okay,
Miss.
ATS.
Okay, I'm happy to
Mrs.
know.
Olugu.
Sorry
Okay,
for that. My bad.
it's fine. It's fine.
So, ma, what do you
So
know? Like,
ATS.
educate us. Like, share share some knowledge to us.
Okay, the bit I know about ATS is like an AI skill that just picks out the most important skills that you have in your CV. I've forgotten the particular technical name it means, but it's the technical name. ATS is particularly has a particular name, but it picks out your most important skills that aligns with whatever the organization is, the organization you are probably applying to
Yeah.
needs. So they don't
Let's
need
give her a round of
stories,
applause,
just
please. Let's give
points.
her a round of applause. Like she already explained it the way I want to explain it. So a round of applause, a round of applause. It's not easy for someone to just come out and talk. Like it's not easy. Thank you very much, ma. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, ma. So now let's go to the practical part of what an ATS simply means. So an ATS is called the application tracking system. And it's basically a software that someone just came up and built because I mean it's stressful to start reading resume. See, it's not as if people don't want to employ people, but to get the right person is hard. I won't lie. Even at Webo 3, to get the right person, because you know the way a an owner of a company thinks, or a manager thinks, or a COO thinks, the person understands his business and he wants people to basically do that stuff the way he wants. Do you get? But we're all human beings. I can't specifically know what you want until I see you doing it. And I gain experience from that and I'm doing that. So every system, every business has their own business model. And they can't just recruit anybody to come and help them if you don't understand the procedure, if you don't understand the way. Do you get? So they are always careful when it comes to selecting. And for a single job that you see on LinkedIn, do you know how many thousands of people have employed for that job? People are looking for job. People are looking for job. The job market is very, very big and there is competition, I won't lie. But now there can be competition and you that you are applying for that job, you might not even really know how to basically do that job. So the thing that would sell you, basically, the thing that will sell you is having a good resume. You might not really know how to do the job, you might learn in the process. But if you know how to pitch yourself well, you will get the job. It's not like you get the job. So an ATS system is not like a system that actually scans your resume for you. It reads your CV before like any human can even read it. It reads it and it filters. It basically does the filtering for them. It filters the ones that are not really necessarily needed. You get it filters a whole lot of image. So most professional companies, especially companies in the US, your CV is not going to reach a human being directly. It's going to first reach an ATS system. And if you can understand how to crack the ATS algorithm, your letter would not be filtered out. Now we're going to be coming back to the practical ways of cracking the ATS system as a beginner because put in mind now you're a beginner. The first thing as a beginner, the first thing to know is that your CV must not be more than one page because I mean you are just building I mean, you might not really have like a lot of professional summary as a data analyst. You might not really have a lot of portfolio, but that little you have, make it that if I my first site, that 6 second span, I'm going to use to look at your resume, I'm already seeing what I need, and I'm not seeing unnecessary stuff. I'm not seeing unnecessary stuff. So I hope you are taking notes. I hope you are taking notes. So let me read what I have here. Your resume must first survive two distinct filtering layers, like I said. The ATS layer tracking your it filters thousands of applicants via keyword matching. So basically, the ATS algorithm works based on keywords. So there are specific keywords that, or there are specific benchmark that the recruiter is looking for. And if your CV does not meet that benchmark, if your CV does not have that benchmark, forget it. You might not get the job. You might not get the job. Now, after successfully your CV is eventually able to pass through the ATS system, it moves to the recruiter stage. And I'm telling you, the recruiter stage takes only 6 seconds. They span the largest is 6 seconds. It says you put something so unique that can make them that can retain the recruiter. But these people are scanning through thousands of cover letters. They are scanning through thousands of CV. Do you get? So in that span of 6 seconds, you need to put things that will actually make them employ you, that will actually make them see you as employable. And that is what we're going to be learning in this class. And that is what we're going to be doing in this class. So before you now get to the interviewer, there's not the interviewer that will now, call you into the interview or call you into the job. Do you get? So I hope you are following. Hope you are following. Hope you are following. So eliminate three factor system before you begin. Now let me talk about this. These three things are the things that can actually, as a beginner, let me say as a beginner, these three things are the things that can actually work against you. These three things are the things that can basically work around against you. Number one is grammatical error. Some people don't take notes. Some people don't pay attention to stuff. You just see a job opening and you go ahead and just give it to ChatGPT and give the ChatGPT. I mean, people do that actually. They'll just give the ChatGPT the the job description and be like, ChatGPT, let me create something. And ChatGPT just creates it, and you yourself, you don't even go through it. You don't go through it yourself. So you must avoid grammatical error. Now, there are softwares that actually check for grammatical errors that when you are writing CVs, you can use. Number one that is most important, that is very, very common, is Grammarly. How many of you have used Grammarly here before? How many of you have used Grammarly? If you have used Grammarly before, in terms like people that write most times, you use Grammarly basically. So you can just give your CV to Grammarly and tell it to scan, put the right keywords there, scan for grammatical error. Now, another thing that can work against you when you are um, sending your CV is your email itself. Some people will just send you a random email. Okay, you hear something like, okay, let me even see this one. Okay, this one is beerpongmaster@gmail.com. Imagine that kind of email. And I won't see it. In fact, they don't even go through the ATS system before we even flag it, say, this thing not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, and they are saying here that 35% of candidates use highly unprofessional address. Highly unprofessional address. So if you want to use a standard official email, and some of you might not have a business mail, but if you are going into the tech world, like sometimes it's very, very essential to have like a business mail. I think yesterday I was like, I had a client, although he's my friend. Yeah, he wanted to like build a blogging app or blogging platform, basically. And now normal like about like from start of like business, I've got like on the side, Web3 actually has an agency and we help people to build websites, we help people to build software solutions and AI automation, basically. So I was talking to him and he's my guy now. I first started with professional. I mean, you bring business to my table, I have to be highly professional. So we were talking, and he kept flagging me that why am I being so professional? Why am I calling him sir? I'm like, that's business procedure now. That's normal procedure. So I was like, okay, cool. So like we already like discussed the whole business, and and he already sent me his PRD, like his project of discussion. I mean PW, his project of discussion. Everything already set. Do you get? Now, instead of me to just like, because he's my friend, now he's asking me for a price. He's asking me for a price, and I just randomly just put my price there, bam. And he first looked at my message and he left it on red. I was like, what's going on? After I was like, Alpha, you're not replying now, what's going on? It was like he was expecting an invoice. He was expecting a mail or an official mail from my agency. I was like, oh, is it the same you that still says I should act casual a little bit? Do you get? So now that is a friend. A friend telling me to keep things official. Do you get? A friend telling me to keep things official. Now imagine someone that does not know you before, does not know, there's no background about you. It's just your CV that is selling you, and you are giving you an email that is unprofessional. That is like number one red flag. Number one red flag, basically. Another thing that you should not put, I would say as a beginner, you should not put is your profile picture. Because once I said 6 seconds, is it that 6 seconds now that the recruiter will not be using to check your profile picture? No, nah, even like that's a distraction on its own for the recruiter. So we just shank it. We just shank it that this is not needed. Why do you put it there? It's not needed. It was never needed in the first place. So I hope we're learning something. I want to see our reaction. I hope we're learning something. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, our learning. So if you're in this class, please drop a screenshot of your presence in this class. That is how we track that you actually did attended this class. Now, I'm going to be taking a sample of like what we have here. Yeah, so let me just expand this. This is my this system. I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, this thing is always hard for me to manage. It's not like my normal. I'm trying to zoom in on this. I think I have them. Okay, now we can see it. So you can see the header of this. Basically, it just contain your full name, the role you are targeting, because data analysis is broad, is big. Do you get? So the role, the specific role, not just data analysis, the specific role you are applying for as a data analyst is there. No, sorry. So yeah, that's your target role actually. The specific role that you are. So at first point, I already know that this person is a data analyst and is applying for a data analyst role. So let's move on. Let's move on. Everybody already has the this thing. So let me first talk about the header. Then we'll move to your skill, basically. So from standpoint, you can see physically that this is the template, the exact template you should have for your header. Do you get? This is the specific template you should have for your header. Your full name, your target role, the specific role you are targeting, your country, your phone number, your official mail, and sometimes your LinkedIn profile and your GitHub profile. For us now, we might put our portfolio website too, basically for developers. But you might not have a portfolio website. But if you have a portfolio website, GitHub is simply like anybody can use GitHub. Actually, anybody in tech can use GitHub. I will be talking about GitHub very very soon. I don't feel GitHub should be limited to just um just developers alone. Now, we call this page your contact block. So this page now, you must put things that people can use to reach out to you. Things that people can use to reach out to you. If I'm picking anything here, I should be able to use it to reach out to you. I hope
What's
you're
happening?
following. I
You don't
hope
see
you
your
understand.
screen.
So you can see my screen.
We can't see
Jesus,
your screen. Yes.
like I thought I
Yes.
was sharing screen. My
It's
No,
not
you
goodness,
were
showing
not
your
Jesus.
screen.
sharing your screen. You didn't share your
And nobody
screen.
could remind me things.
I'm
I
surprised
was
too.
saying like real guidelines and real templates. I'm
I
really, really
thought we
sorry
were
about that.
supposed to be using the templates as reference.
But
That's
you
why
are
you were
checking the
not.
templates, right? Sorry, I was supposed to share my screen. That was the whole point of the class. I was supposed to
Oh,
actually share my screen.
I'm already
Yeah.
getting confused. Like, what's happening?
I'm really sorry about that. I was supposed to share my screen. So I hope we can relate. I mean, some of us who have idea. The slide is technically with everyone here, basically. I hope we can relate to what I've been saying this morning. Or should I go back and rephrase from where I started from? Huh?
Yes,
Please
sir.
recap some, please.
Oh, you have a question.
No, I said you should please recap. Start over, please.
Oh my God. Okay. So I started. I'm doing a recap, so I'm not going to like review like the old you of everything. So we started by saying that okay, it takes your CV. Sorry, is that for me? Like I said, your CV is your something that sells your skill and your experience. So anything that a recruiter needs to see in that 6 second span, I say it takes 6 second span for a recruiter to basically scan your OCV. And what your CV should show, it should show who you are, number one. That's your header. That one says your contact block must be very, very intact. It must be full with information that people can use to reach you. You get people can use to reach you. So it's verified that you're a human being, basically. Another thing, your skill and your experience. That is what it sells. Your skill and your experience. That's what people employ people for, basically. And I said your email would most likely go through an ATS system, application tracking system. It filters the unnecessary ones, people that don't match their benchmark, the keywords for everything you are employing for every job you are or role you are employing for, there's an algorithm for it that tracks what they are looking for. So if the AI does not see what you are looking for, it first filter. So you can send like we can have like 1,000 CVs, and out of that 1,000 CV, like let's say 70% is going to trash because of this ATS system. So that 30% now is what will go through the recruiter. And the recruiter, you can't like it's stressful searching through a lot of resume or a lot of CVs. So it's just going to look for particular things. And those particular things are number one, your header, number two, your skills, and number three, your experience. So your CV on first look must sell those three things before you can even qualify for an interview. Interviewing is another milestone on its own. It's a crazy experience too. You might get passed through the ATS system, passed through the recruiter system, but the major thing is the interview. So I actually will have a class about interview after like in level three. We discuss that. And I said three things to avoid when you are writing your CV basically. Number one, grammatical error, basically. And I said you can use Grammarly to scan your scan your CV for grammatical errors basically in it, because you might feel that these things are not important, but they are very, 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 very important. It might be just because you didn't put uppercase or lowercase, like probably you are talking about a company and you didn't put uppercase, you use lowercase, that's a flag on its own and it can make you lose a job. Unprofessional email. Some people will send mails with something there, probably your mail. I have some mails that are used for like testing and used for this thing. All those ones I know that they are unprofessional mails, basically. But for my own mail, I put my first name and my last name. If you see my mail now, I have on my head Joshua. Then email. Some people might already be using that name. You might be required to put like a number or something there. But in fact, that's still unprofessional. You get. Or better still, if you have a business mail, you can use your business mail. Personally, Web3 has a business mail. If any mail is coming to you from Web3, it will be from our info@web3.com. So professional mails are very, very important. Then number three, there is no need for profile picture. Anything that distract the recruiter from specifically what he's supposed to see at first point, you don't need it. You will see many templates on printers, many templates on that will put profile picture. It's not as if you can't use it. If you want to use it, if you are beautiful enough and you are handsome enough for the recruiter to be looking at your beauty instead of your skin, then you can use it. I said it takes 6 seconds. Except you are applying to someone that you know, you get, or you are using network and connection. But in fact, that network and connection said you still need a good thing. So I feel I was able to explain that well. Any question? That's like the full recap of where we are currently. So any question? Any question?
Question. I have a
Yes.
question.
Oh, you have a question. This class is ending
So,
already. We have
you
one
know how
minute.
you said, sorry?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, so you know how you said that there are some emails that have numbers with them.
Yeah.
So, what if for some reason we can't get an email that has just the name and the surname with it? Like let's say
Sorry.
we put it, like let's say we put our names and our surnames,
Yeah.
and then in trying to get those emails, it's saying invalid, invalid, and then it suggests one with a number attached to it, and that seems like our only option.
The major thing is that the first part of it should contain your first name and your last name.
Okay.
That's professional enough. You might have letters, like I said, sometimes it might be numbers because of someone might already be using that name so you get so you can just put like a significant number and most likely just put O1. I know Gmail will suggest for you, but professionally you should not use the one that Gmail suggests for you because Gmail just suggests like more like a username for you instead of this thing. So now here is sorry. So look at system architecture dictates how your value is perceived. Now you are a beginner at this point. Will you be graduating as a beginner? I mean, you have not really had a lot of experience, basically. So, what is selling you out at this point as a graduate of Web3 data analysis course is your skill and your project that you have worked on in the past, not your not your experience. For someone with years of experience, what I will put there would be my work experience. Now, look at the two different things. Entry level career pivot. You should have your header. You look at this. You have your header, then after your header, what should come here? Now take note that your professional summary is part of your header. Do you get? Now look at the format they use here. Role, years of experience, key tools, certificate, one qualified, win. You get so this the template is there with you already. So you can use it for this your professional summary. Do you get as a beginner? Now your at entry level is to contain your header. These are the two important things that you need to take note of. Your skill and your project that you have worked on before, project you have done in the hotel itself. Put it there. Those are part of your project. Now let's look at a typical example of this. Now you can see immediately I'm looking at these persons and this thing. One thing that I'll be seeing clearly. One thing that you'll be seeing clearly is that there's mention of Excel, there's mention of Power BI, there's mention of SQL. Those are things that relate to what I'm looking for. So as a resume, I'm already perceiving you as a recruiter, I'm already perceiving this person is savvy, this person get the skill. Do you get? So if you look at this now, yeah, we put SQL, Python, data visualization, statistical analysis, data cleaning, forecasting. Most of these things will still teach you. Do you get? But now have in mind that this is your skill, your hard skill. You have your soft skill. Now, as someone that is just going into the tech world as a new data analyst that just want to get a job, one of the major skills you have will basically be communication, problem solving, critical thinking, and stakeholder management. Basically, these are like very key soft skills that you can basically like you can use. So it should sell your skill and your project. Then, if you're an experienced person, because I know some people already know data analysis before and they already have data analysis experience, what your resume should be like should be your header, your work experience, your skill, and your education. But you, as an entry level person, you should know that it's your skill and project that are very important. Then you cannot put your work experience. Note, you don't have a lot of work experience yet. That's if you even have. So you can put your work experience. And you most likely be looking for like simple rules, intern rules first at first. Now, always remember that put this in mind. Remember, as you're writing that cover letter, remember that it takes 6 seconds. It takes 6 seconds for the recruiter to check through your email. So now let's look at the contact block and the summary block. contact block and summary box. This part we're looking at professional summary and contact block. Let's see what we have in our slide. So the content block must include location, email, LinkedIn, and crucially for transitional uh, a direct link to data portfolio. Okay, what you're just basically saying is that you should have like your portfolio basically. And most people for sign after this course, we're going to be creating a specific portfolio for you from Web 3 end, so you'll be able to use that basically. We'll just create a portfolio for you and tell you how you can put it out. So you would have all everything you have done as Web 3, all your assignments, your tasks, we'll create something because we basically are finding data that relates to what you are learning specifically as you are learning. Do you get? So we're able to construct that for you. We'll construct that for you. So now your contact block, let's just look at it physically here. Country, the city, the country, the phone number, your first name and your last name, email, your LinkedIn. This is something they can use to reach out to you. Your GitHub. In fact, most people that are looking for a job just start out. What they will first go and find about the person is you want to really know the person. Who is this person first? Now, look at the summary box. Distill your entire value into 3 lines, 3 line paragraph. Do not be generic. Explicitly state the target role, years of experience, key tools, relevant certificates, and one quantifiable accomplishment. So that means put in mind that you already need to have one quantifiable experience in Web 3 here or outside Web 3 itself. So I hope you are following and I hope you are enjoying the class. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying the class, can you just, if you're following? So I'm going to be asking one question. Now, if you are changing your career into data and you have zero portfolio link on your CV, what is that particular message that I want to look at this as a beginner. You're a beginner. How do you think the recruiter will perceive you? What is that particular message that your CV should be passing to the recruiter himself? If you are just like moving into data and you are pushing out you don't have a lot of portfolio now, you don't have a portfolio link and nothing, what do you think your recruiter will perceive? Like I just put my resume and probably I didn't add like link to my portfolio or anything at the top here. What do you think the recruiter will perceive of me? Any suggestion? Let's be open and let's be vocal. If you were to employ someone and someone does not put like a link to his portfolio or anything, how would you perceive that person? How would you give that person that job?
I think
You put
for
them again.
me, it's subjective. For me, it
Subjective.
depends. Yes,
Mm,
in the case that, there are some particular jobs where they have to tell you that insert the link to your portfolio. And for that, they would even give you like, oh, you can use Notion link and all of that. And I think that is very beginner friendly. And in other case, some people also use their LinkedIn profile as their portfolio. Some people. So when I say
okay.
it is subjective, it depends. It depends on the instruction that comes with the job post. But to
Okay.
be honest, most recruiters will just like when you're applying and you don't have a link in your resume or your CV, and there are other people that have a link, they already have a edge over you. So
Mm.
they would probably pick that
It's not
person
even
over
about having a like. Remember, I said at first, the fact that I said subjective, yeah, for certain companies, basically, but standardly for any company, what they are looking for in your resume is your skill and experience. And what better way to show your skill and experience? It is your portfolio. It's your portfolio that will show what you have done. It's your portfolio that will show the experience you have. So if there is no portfolio, there is no proof of work. And if there's no proof of work, there's no way I can get you into my job. Because one thing I want to be confident about is that when I'm employing you, you know how to make certain decisions that actually lead to the growth of the company. So, and I can't trust anybody that just randomly just gives me a LinkedIn profile. I mean, LinkedIn can be fake. You can fake LinkedIn. My own portfolio now, like my own. I'm not saying this because I'm proud or anything. Most of my friends actually use my portfolio to get job, and they pass the job because most of my portfolio contains real project that people have done like in the past, and they are real work there I've done for clients. So with the client permission, I'm able to use that as my portfolio. Basically, they have done. So people need real experience. It's not just about saying. It's about can you do the job. So it is proof of what people are looking for. Even if it's a volunteering skill, you still need to have proof of work. You still need to have proof of work. So I hope we understand basically. So I hope you understand. We're ending this class very soon. Any kind of soon. So organize your technical stack for immediate human passing. Now,
Yes,
We
welcome
can hear you
back.
now. Welcome back.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We can hear you now.
Can everyone hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So the last thing we're going to be doing, because I have a class with content development students, I have to be there. And I have the class in like 5 minutes now. So this is what you're going to do. Look for your target job. Now, once you look for your target job, copy the job description. So we like go to LinkedIn data analysis, the target job you are looking for, go to it, right? Now go to just search on Google. You can find free word cloud generator. So basically, what they help you do is they help you generate words basically. So if I'm searching for description based on a data analysis role, it's going to give me words that basically the ATS algorithm is going to use. So the aggregation tracking system filter based on specific employer's word. Feed the job qualification into a free word cloud generator to instantly identify the highest frequency terms. Highest frequency terms. So there are some terms and keywords that it's using. Do you get? Inject these exact terms directly into your resume to guarantee high system tracking. So it's a system already. Now this is going to be an assignment for everyone. Go to LinkedIn or any person that posts any job. Go to LinkedIn. Go to anywhere that they are posting the job. Go to the job description. Copy the description. Paste it into
Yes, we can hear you now.
The
Assignment.
assignment.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Assignment.
Oh, assignment. So the word generator, puts it there, the word description. So basically, just follow this process. It's in the slide you are given. So, and I want you to create something like your CV too. I'm going to be submitting that. So you can see work experience basically. Just use this exact keyword basically. Exactly what you do. See this one now. 100 rows save data in SQL, leading to 10% increase in professional efficiency. Like what you did and what was the result of what you did. Do you get? So that's the system. So the context of what you did, the tool you use, and what was the result. Because the whole point of you doing something is to see result. Do you get? So also you can put previous job, the company name, the month, and the year. Your education, then the last thing should be your certificate. That should come. Some people I've seen a CV that are asking for CGPA. I'm like, as how now? So my CGPA, because I my CGPA. So, with that said and done, I hope we are able to catch something from this class today. And I hope we
Uh,
are planning to practicalize everything we learned today. Okay, I always forget to present my script. I'm really sorry about that.
yeah,
No
yeah,
worries.
yeah. Apart from your screen, please, can you start from where you said you should look for target job, search for
Okay,
description?
just search on
That's really
LinkedIn, search on the internet, basically. I just need you to get one job related data analysis. Once you get the job, now you're going to go on Google and search for free word cloud generator. Free word cloud generator. I'll paste the job description into the free word cloud generator. Once you place it into there, it basically generates keywords that can actually boost your resume for you. So you just add those keywords into your resume, and that is what will make you be able to, like, you are basically reversing, because that's the technology is built on keyword. So you are doing reverse engineering. Do you get it? So it will give you keywords that will actually put you at the top 100 or top 10. Yes, let me talk. So as I've said that too, look at, you check the template we give you, like everything is there. Everything is there for you to work with. So with that being said, I'm done. I think I've spoken about everything. If you have a question, I'm sorry I could not be able to answer a lot of questions. I'm supposed to be in a class now for content development students. I'm also having a career class. So any question before I'm going to give room for one question. Okay, no question. So please, let's have a nice day. I will drop the assignment details to us. I'm going to be dropping it this evening or first thing tomorrow morning, so you can have access to it and do it. You do it directly from your dashboard and get the XP points for it. We gave an assignment to the last time. Please make sure you do it. And I hope we saw the requirements for level two data analysis, the level two. We have seen the whole system. And I appreciate everyone for, reaching this moment with us. Hopefully, we're able to complete this course. We this season sparked up with value, like a lot of value. And the last, if you had issues with the last virtual class, can you indicate if you had any issues with the last virtual class? Probably you were not able to access the video, or probably something was not working, or something crashed in between. So nobody. Okay. So if you have any issue with your virtual class, reach out to us. We would help you find a solution, please. Reach out to us, we'll find a solution. The last virtual class was full of a whole lot of value. But I personally, I went through it and I was like, wow, this is value. So do not miss virtual classes, they are very, very important. And the system is now, the virtual class now is different from what we started speaking. We want to speed up everything. So with that said, thank you very much. I need to leave this call right now. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. I hope you enjoy this class. Thank you very much. You
Thank
can
you,
check
sir.
the
Yes,
you
sir.
can check the template basically for it. Now next class we'll be looking at also based on social building too. So how to use AI to optimize yourself basically. How to be the top 100 that uses AI to. Personally, AI. I'm a living testimony of what AI can do to someone, like positively and not negatively. I mean, even in fact, in terms of level three itself, AI has been of a great impact. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. Yeah.